Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee. And you know what? Some people left comments on Wells Nights in my videos that we were casting fires and flames way too close to the surface. Now, at the bottom of the ravine, everybody was fine with it, but some people said, Joe, fire can spread 4 blocks. What if there's a fire really close to the surface and that flame could spread at any moment? And I say, well, I hear a little crackling noise, but, there's a cat over here. I see some little smell symbols, but there's a cat. That might just be a really smelly cat. You can't tell. Blue-eyed cats have the worst smells. So, let's go ahead and pop under the hood and see what we discover, though. Okay, yeah, so there's some fire down there. That's okay. Yeah, it's relatively close to the surface. But really, is fire spread even enabled on this server? I literally don't know how to get the answer to that without experimentation. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to come over here and decide how bad this actually is. So, we are going to make a letter. In fact, we're going to make a letter J for Joe. And then we will set this end of the letter on fire. And then if the fire spreads, we know the fire spread is on the server. And if it doesn't, then we know it isn't. Okay, well that might just be a visual glitch. That's not really conclusive. Okay, so yeah, we got a little... I think that we can safely conclude, now that this is a U, that there is some degree of fire spreading possible on the server. But, it's not like, the fire's, spreading over here. That fire's doing nothing. Maybe it's just ill-behaved fires over here. Maybe netherwort or netherrack fires spread differently. It's a mystery to me. So, I do still hear the fire noise, which makes me think we are relatively close to more fires that might need to be extinguished. So let's go ahead and take a look under the ground and determine which locations actually need to be touched up a bit. And of course we can't jump over that. Now we know for sure that there's this fire right here. And we can go ahead and just plug that back up with some dirt. Okay, so I'm willing to concede that this one is too close to the surface. Hey, did somebody build a netherrack pillar here? Okay, so let's go ahead and decide what's safe. It looks like it's safe if there are 3, all the way down here. That's the tier at which this is no longer, not damaging. What's the word? Threatening. So, this one down here is going to have to get knocked down a peg. Oh, no, that one was already perfect in every way. Sorry. This one over here, though. We're going to go ahead and clean this one up. And we'll replace it with a torch. I'm sure some of you guys are like, Joe, why didn't you bring more torches? Well, why didn't you? Come on. Okay. So that handles most of this room. That side over there is still going to need some retouching. I hope this isn't under anything important. It looks like it might be. Let's go ahead and hop up here real quick. Nothing up here is even really that flammable. Well, other than all those shrubs. Did there used to be shrubs right here that maybe burned down? You know what? Let's go ahead and just preliminarily remove that one. And we'll just plug that right back up. That'll regrow shortly. I'm sure that'll be fine. Okay. Any other damage control we need to do? All is well down there, but this area right here is going to need a touch-up. So, let's see. Fastest way across is through. Oh yeah, this isn't nearly half the threat you guys made it out to be. There's just a few of these here and there. Arguably, some of these are nearly entirely redundant anyway. Okay, there goes our flint and steel. So anything we move past this point, we're not going to be moving again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems like it's fine. Anything higher up than this? Looks like just that very last one all the way over there. This way, if anybody says that the city burned down, you can blame whoever actually burned the city down and not me. So, this is kind of just me acting in my own self-interest here. This should be the highest up one. Okay. Just throw a torch there. It's not like there was anything important on top of this thing, was there? No. Yeah, that could have burned down anyway. Nobody would have cared. Okay. So away we go. And I don't think there's... Well, those are kind of close to their ceilings, but I'm pretty sure we don't actually put anything on that part of the hillside. Yeah, so if somebody puts something on that, that's completely on them. Not our concern. Man, this is an underdeveloped area down here. You think somebody would put in, like, something, like a little swimming pool? Some sort of amusement park? I don't know. There's something to be done with this space. If you think of something good to put in this space, write it in the comments, and then we can anger Zombie Cleo by building it, and then she'll be like, "What? What'd you build behind my house? Build behind your own house." It's like, well, that's where all this exciting stuff is. Like this stuff's behind my house, kind of. Can't compete with that. No. And then, of course, there's, you know, all this. Man. That looks kind of like a mouth. I kind of want to put big googly eyes on fire next to it. Probably not the best idea. Not a bad idea, though. We'll have to come back to that. As long as I'm playing Safety Marshal on the server, I might as well run around here real quick and clean up a few little things I've noticed. Like, for example, there's a bunch of random unnecessary signs about my gallery being open for some reason, when my gallery is in fact closed. See? Joe Hills' art gallery, now open. False. Let's go ahead and remove. I think this one's also from my art gallery. Boom. Cobble shop now open. That might be true. Although I don't see a shopkeeper. Okay. Any other random signs? Only end rods and ender chests in stock. Okay, well that sign's probably true. Art gallery now open. That one's going down. Okay, great. So we have moderately improved this area. But there's greater improvements to be made. Now, one thing that I started doing last time, some people said that the colors of the gallery were too stark and high contrast, which was intentional. Wait, is there an extra block of wood over there? Dang it, we're going to remove that. That's gone. As long as we just don't jump in the lava. This block of wood has probably been here for like 8 months, because that was where I used to have my stairwell up to the top of this ring. Whoops. Sorry, guys. And I never figured out a better way to light this than with torches. Maybe I should get end rods or something to come out of the blue pieces? Anyway, yeah, I wanted to come back here and reevaluate the gallery. One thing I've been doing is I decided to rip out the bright colors, like the yellows and anything like that, and change it to the white clay. And then I took the dark colors, like the browns, and changed it to the gray clay. So the gallery will still have some stripes to it. The red becomes the normal hardened clay on the red stripe there. So the gallery will still have some color. It'll still feel like it's part of this whole here. But the idea was to make it such that, dang it, worst ender pearl throw ever. I wanted to make it feel like if you were out here, not that anyone's ever out here except for me, like the colors on the stripes here. Whoa, that's a giant squid. Did False make that? That looks like something False would make. But anyway, I wanted the stripes to still connect on the interior, but to let the color project more. Because the red glass gets lost when you look at the red stripe, right? But with the white, it's still visible. Same thing for the yellow. And so by having some contrast between the glass color and the block color, it kind of showcases the inside of the gallery a little more. You know, it's kind of a shame we don't have, like, a boardwalk or something over here. That, like, because nobody ever sees this part of the gallery. Like, there's, like, no reason for anyone to ever be over here as far as I can tell, right? Anything? Yeah, no one's over here. Dang it, that's a waste. Also, that hill probably needs to go. When I first started this gallery, I kind of was like, I want to do something shaped like a giant ice cream cone. And then I'll put ice cream on top. And I never put the ice cream on top either, but I think that was a good decision. I think I stand by that one. Okay, so that's a little better, but really, though, this is just desolate. It's funny how close you can be to the server spawn, and there's just nothing going on. Hey, wait, what's that over there? Is that some sort of weird elevator? That's interesting. Huh. That probably goes way down underground if I had to guess. Well, that squid's just hanging out there. It doesn't seem to mark anything. I think there might be an ink shop or something along the side there, and this is just built far enough out that it suits it as a sign. But yeah, see, this gallery. Gallery looks fine, but we need a way. We need to finish the improvements I started making, and we need to strategize long term about developing this area. Because once people start coming over here, they're going to see the gallery a lot more. And it's just going to be like in their minds, like, oh, I should go check out the artwork, instead of like, oh, I've never gone in that building, or I went in that building once and it was empty for 4 months. Whoops, my bad. What could we do to get people over here? We've got our little savanna, we got sand. Yeah, I'm hard-pressed trying to think of, like, what would be good to put over here that would actually get people here. Like, if we... Like, maybe some sort of time-yourself racing boat course or something like that with obstacles. Where it's like... I guess you could do a redstone timer or something like that, where you have to go from here to something and come back, or... I don't know. Somebody mined out some sand here. I guess they just needed some sand. This doesn't look like anything in particular. I remember going out here the very first day to gather wood. As far as I know, nobody's really built anything or developed anything out here. It's just all untouched. It's funny because you can... Like, on a public Minecraft server, there'd just be random builds and sculptures and stuff all over the place. But this is just, like, pristine, undeveloped land. I bet I could probably even find where I had, like, an emergency shelter the first day. Actually, I probably couldn't, because I'm terrible at anything that involves navigation. And I probably blocked it up when I was done anyway, but... We've got everything so centralized into those districts. Unlit surface caves, you know? One of everyone's favorite attractions. Hey, there's my crafting bench. Still there, after all this time. I'm gonna leave it. Well, as fun as that digression was, I should probably head back this way. I really think, though, there's an opportunity to build something beautiful out here. And then to call attention to this. So leave your suggestions in the comments for whatever you think that might be. Maybe like a collection of beach houses or something like that. I don't know. Like, I don't know if people want to go to the beach at Christmas time. So maybe I should focus on more like holiday stuff and get my museum in order. I know that Mike Sugarbaker has a museum piece coming in shortly, and he said it was going to be like 15 by 15 or 13 by 13. Let me check that. But anyway, before we start doing too much heavy renovation on our walls and finishing all that up, we do need to keep in mind that we're going to have constraints thrust upon us by the nature of whatever new artwork we have. Now, the first lot that we've definitely got coming in is a 15 by 15 maze by Mike Sugarbaker. And he originally made it in a modded Minecraft setting, and he's going to have me adapt it to use in this space. Now, it's a 15 by 15 maze, so keep it in mind that this building gets wider at the top. It might be interesting to put it here, although that's going to really have to jut out a lot more, because right now this is only like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So this is like 15 to there. I could actually... It might fit entirely right here. I might have to move that door. Because the alternative, which I kind of like the most, would be to have the entire first floor be the maze. So you can see it as you're coming down the stairs here. But the problem is I don't really have a 15 by 15 square if I start like at the base of this step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm hitting that at 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hitting that 12. So this whole downstairs here might just be too small unless I could get those stairs recessed far more heavily. Now, let's see. One way to do that would be to have the stairs come down further cut into the mesa here, which might be viable. But wow, okay, I mean, just getting to this landing takes time. And we've already got this cut in this way, so if we had this switch back, maybe that would be the way to do it, is switch these stairs back. So these have to be 4 or 5 wide. So that would still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would still be as wide as this, but we would have it pull in and then down. So that would free up all of this space. So then, assuming we started here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, we're good there. So when we start here, instead of there, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, we'd have to cut into this wall significantly, which is part of why I didn't want to re-sculpture it or replate it or whatever, recolor it all at once. But okay, so this has given us a lot to think about. So let's see, what did we do this episode? We made sure the city didn't burn down, we took a walk, and we kind of examined some things that are going to need to be torn out. So I don't know if there's a theme to this episode other than like fire cleanses everything, but maybe you should try to build stuff and move the fire away from the things you build and then take some distance yourself and then build new things. There's your theme. If you see a running theme for this episode, feel free to suggest a better title than probably whatever I put in as the title. It'll probably be something like Joe Hills reevaluates things. I can't use Joe Hills reflects on things because I already reflected in that pool in my other episode. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Hope this wasn't too weird of an episode. If it was, then definitely click the dislike button. You guys might not know this, but clicking dislike is better for me than ignoring the episode entirely. So, click like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.